Hi, I'm Donna Dreyer. I'm a psychiatrist trained at the Harvard Medical School. I've devoted myself to understanding a widely used, yet poorly understood class of psychoactive drugs, psychedelics. At some point in your lifetime, you might encounter a friend, an acquaintance, or family member who decides to try a psychedelic drug. In the vast majority of cases, there will be no physical or psychiatric emergency or danger. But if someone was experiencing profoundly difficult emotions and needed your help and support, would you know how to lend a hand? This video is intended as an educational tool to provide some basic information about how to help someone who is having a difficult psychedelic experience. We do not advocate the use of psychedelics outside of legal contexts, such as religious or therapeutic settings, but we recognize that such use does occur and that it is wisest to educate young people to reduce the harm that such use can cause. We hope that this video provides a springboard for you to discuss the uses and risks of psychedelic drugs with your family, your friends, and your teachers. Psychedelic drugs include LSD, or acid, mushrooms, which contain psilocybin, peyote, which contains mescaline, and ayahuasca, which contains DMT. Psychedelic drugs have a long history of use for religious and therapeutic purposes in many places in the world. Since the 1960s, psychedelics have been popularized as recreational drugs and often are used under unsupervised and dangerous circumstances. However, it's important to remember that there has never been a fatal overdose of pure LSD, psilocybin mushrooms, peyote, mescaline, or ayahuasca, although any individual can have a negative physical reaction to any psychedelic drug, especially if the person has taken other medications or other drugs. The effects of psychedelics vary tremendously and are extremely difficult to categorize since they provide access to vastly different states of consciousness. They affect different people in different places and at different times with incredible variation. Yet the effects of psychedelics are not completely arbitrary either. Psychedelics often evoke conscious awareness of subconscious or even unconscious material. This can include repressed memories, feelings about various current life circumstances, fantasies, deep fears, and so forth. Furthermore, these thoughts, feelings, or images can be magnified and sometimes distorted into disturbing visualizations and body sensations, or even bizarre thought loops. Thus, if someone makes the decision to use a psychedelic, it's important for that person to be prepared to deal with unusual or perhaps uncomfortable or challenging thoughts, images, and feelings in an open and thoughtful manner. As a helper, it is important to stay calm and to foster an environment where the person who has ingested the psychedelic substance feels safe to relax into his or her emotions and experiences instead of struggling against them. Each psychedelic experience is strongly influenced by two key factors: set and setting. Set is the internal mental environment and the beliefs of the person who has ingested the psychedelic substance. Setting is the external environment. If someone uses a psychedelic in a chaotic or potentially threatening environment, that person is more likely to have a chaotic and threatening experience. Likewise, if a psychedelic is used in a safe, supportive environment, it will be easier for the person to allow his or her experience to develop in a coherent and potentially meaningful manner, though some parts may still be overwhelming or psychologically jarring. In the upcoming scene, we will watch a young man. who is having a difficult experience while under the influence of a psychedelic drug, and demonstrate some general principles on when and how emotional support could best be given.
Not too bad. A pretty good amount of people showed up.
Yeah, there are several people here that I haven't seen in a while.
Whoa, look at Jason over there. He's looking a little out of sorts.
Oh, that's funny. I know Jason. He used to be my math tutor in high school. Do you have any idea what's up with him right now?
Well, Donald told me that they each took about 2 hits of acid a couple of hours ago, but Donald went for a walk with some friends, and Jason's just here by himself, so...
Oh man, that was pretty rude of him to just leave Jason all by himself.
Yeah.
What Jason is experiencing is not just limited to what he is seeing and hearing. It is reaching the deepest levels of his mind. Things usually taken for granted, like time, self-identity, and any other aspect of reality, can be as unusual as what he is seeing and hearing.
Oh man, it looks like he's really tripping out.
Yeah, it looks like he's having a hard time.
I should go talk to him to see if he wants any company or help. In the meantime, will you get me my sketchbook and a couple of glasses of water and
Sure.
put them in the den?
Okay.
Thanks.
Even though most psychedelic difficulties are psychological, not physical, if someone has taken a psychedelic drug and is having a difficult experience, a helper should first assess, is the person concerned about his or her physical safety? If there is any doubt about physical safety, a helper should call 911. If not, try to find out some basic information. What drug does the person think he or she took? How much of the drug does the person recall taking? How long ago does the person recall taking the drug? Is the person on any other medications or drugs, including alcohol? For further background information about drugs and drug combinations, the website www.arrowwood.org has potentially useful information.
Hey Jason, what's up? How's it going? It's Carol. Remember me? How are you feeling?
So I feel like I'm going insane right now, a little bit. I feel like I need to get out of here. I'm sorry, it's hard for me to talk right now.
That's fine. Do you feel physically okay?
Yeah, physically I feel fine. But like the rest of me feels like it's being sucked into some sort of vortex or something.
Are you tripping right now?
Yeah, I sure am. I'm tripping my face off.
Do you know what you took?
I took 2 hits. Two hits of LSD. acid.
Do you know how long ago you took it?
I don't know. Like, just before I came to the party. Whenever that was.
Okay, so that was like 2 hours ago. So you'll be tripping for at least another 6 hours?
Oh.
Hey, just so I know, are you on any other drugs or medications or alcohol?
No.
That's good.
Like, I gotta tell you, I'm feeling really overwhelmed by this whole situation. Like, all the noise and the people are making me feel like I'm going claustrophobic.
Well, it sounds like you're having a really intense trip. Would you like some help?
Yeah? Like,
Do you want to tell me more about what you're experiencing?
well, it's so hard to explain. It's like, I feel like the room and the noise and the people are overwhelming me, and like, I feel like all the people in the room are watching me and know that I'm going crazy and know that I'm tripping, and it's really weird.
Well, I've heard that's a common feeling when people are tripping.
Yeah?
Actually, I've heard that it's important for a person on psychedelics to explore their feelings, even if they're difficult. Hey, if you want, Roger and I can hang out with you and just sit with you until you're ready to go home. We're your friends. You can feel safe here.
Wow. Thank you. What should we do here?
I have an idea. I bet you'd feel a lot more comfortable if you were somewhere quieter, where you can just hang out and explore your experience.
Yeah. I would.
Come on.
Let me know if you need anything else.
Hey,
Oh.
is that the water?
Oh yeah. Of course.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Thank you.
There you go. Let me know if you need anything else, alright?
Thanks. Michelle said we can hang out in here.
Someone with the opportunity to help someone having a difficult psychedelic experience should keep a few basic principles in mind. If the person is not reporting physical danger, the first thing to do is to create a safe space. A safe space can be created anywhere, but it is best to find a place that is quiet, warm, and comfortable.
What are those people laughing at? They're laughing at me, aren't they?
Remember, there's a party going on in the other room. It's normal for people to laugh at parties.
Yeah, I just know they're laughing at me.
What makes you think they're laughing at you?
People like to make fun of me a lot. I used to get made fun of when I was younger.
Yeah, I remember that from high school. People were really mean to you, weren't they?
Yeah. It actually hurt a lot sometimes. Like, I always tried to laugh it off and then pretend that it didn't bother me, but it's weird. Like, tonight now I feel the same way again, just stronger.
Yeah, it sounds like you've been carrying this with you for a long time.
Yeah. Like, I guess I have been carrying this with me for a long time. Like, people can be really mean and inconsiderate and they don't even realize it. Like, even if I don't admit it to myself, it's still like, it still really affects me.
Yeah, of course.
So, like, what do you think I should do about it? Like, I don't know what to do about it.
I don't know. But the fact that you're confronting all these feelings and memories is awesome.
Yeah. Well, thanks for listening. Like, just talking about this stuff makes me feel a lot better.
A good phrase to remember is sitting, not guiding. Sit with the person, but do not lead the person away from his or her experience. Let your presence communicate safety and caring, and allow the content of the person's experience to guide any questions you ask or comments you make. If the person is in distress, you may be able to help him or her to explore whatever experiences or issues are being encountered. Staying calm will make it easier to create a trusting environment. This means that you can be helpful just by sitting with someone with a supportive and friendly presence.
What's happening when you close your eyes?
Oh my... I'm seeing all these strange shapes and colors swirling into a vortex, but it's not so much like I'm seeing it. It's like I'm a part of it. I can't control it. I can't relax. I don't know how. I don't know how. I can't control it. I can't control it, and I'm getting sucked in.
Just go with it. We're in a safe place now.
I don't know. It just feels like my brain is caving in. That's all.
Well, what are you afraid would happen?
I don't know. I mean, yeah, actually, I do. I would die or I'd go crazy.
Well, that's intense. Well, since you're going to be tripping for a few more hours, maybe you could take this opportunity to, like, explore what's happening to you. Don't fight your experience. Just trust that it's happening for an important reason.
Yeah, I mean, like, I sort of can tell it's happening for an important reason. It's like I can feel all these hidden fears just coming at me all at once.
That's a really good idea. Sometimes when I feel overwhelmed, it helps to take a few deep breaths.
Difficult is not necessarily bad. It is important to allow someone on psychedelics to explore all emotions, not just happy or fun ones. Experiences with longer-lasting negative consequences are more likely to occur when a person resists confronting his or her difficult emotions and tries to escape from them.
Wow. That was incredible. That was incredible. Painful, but with moments of peace and clarity. I definitely feel a lot less crazy when I'm not trying so hard to control everything.
Talk through, don't talk down. That is, help the person talk through what's happening, rather than trying to find some magic words to bring the person down from the experience. Many experts believe that it is best to give the person the space to work through his or her problems, rather than the common practice of trying to distract the person from them. Try to help the person connect with what he or she is feeling, and facilitate them in their own journey by promoting trust and security.
In this video, we hope to have demonstrated some general principles about how to help someone who is having a difficult psychedelic experience. People take psychedelic substances for a variety of reasons, so you may encounter someone who is under the influence of a psychedelic at some point. In some cases, no help will be needed. If the person is in physical danger, call 911. However, if someone is not in physical danger and someone decides to assist a person who's undergoing a difficult experience, it is important to remember to provide the space needed to work through any problems the person may be encountering, rather than trying to distract the person from his or her own inner experience. Remember that difficult experiences are not necessarily bad experiences, and that someone is more likely to have long-term psychological problems if that person resists uncomfortable emotions instead of just acknowledging those emotions and working through them. Always remember to avoid making judgments and to stay open-minded, centered, and calm. It is also helpful to follow up with someone who has had a difficult psychedelic experience during the following days. A good friend or a trusted therapist can help the person to process any unresolved issues. Thank you for your attention. I hope that this short video has been helpful.